Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. As you can see here, fighting against Mapleria and my options. Fortified, Aerial, Speed and Giant. And looking at those, I was between Speed and Giant. I have been wanting to try the Hound again with the new chamber compression, although very few people are using it, at least that I have encountered. On my opponent's side, Marksman Spec, Typhoon, Elite and Supply Specialist. Looking at those, I would probably go Typhoon and try Crab. Even if Crab is not doing that well, I think it will be buffed on the next patch, since no one is using them, and it's the new unit. They don't want the new units to be completely ignored by almost all the players. From what I have seen, I am the only one trying to use the Crabs as a tank, but they have some problems as a tank. You see me starting to defend because I don't expect my opponent to defend with this build, nor to advance on my towers, so I expected him to advance here. That's why I am positioning. I'm still deciding how to position my units. But the problem with the Crab is it's a little too low HP to start tanking. And then it needs to get some levels. With levels it can tank, but to get levels it needs to survive. If you put it in front it won't survive, so it don't get levels. I think maybe an elite specialist could work better with tanky Crabs. You can get them at level 2 at the start, and level 2 Crabs with healing are quite a tanky. You look for the opportunity to play them with elite. Here, you can see my opponents coming here. Went for Hounds. Decided to sell his tower at the last second. And let's see how this goes. I would say his problem here is doesn't quite have the DPS to deal with all my sledges. You can see how my other units are dead, but I still have 8 sledges. I just one-shotting each of his Mustangs. So 160, not 320 damage. Here, intensive training looks tempting. There's also Wasp Swarm, but it would be more to use defensively if I grabbed it. Because my opponent already has Mustangs, although I could throw it on the other side. So it could be useful. Shield is also good, since he doesn't have DPS. He would have a hard time breaking a shield, but I would just skip. Grab Fangs to defend my towers, and I think I will grab damage 1, so my Hounds can start one-shotting his crawlers. And another unit, I think I will get another Hound. Yep, another Hound. Get that damage. This ledge won the damage. With this Hound not far behind. You can see damage 1. Oh, that's how I could do. 2 units and damage. And with the Fangs here, they are also late arriving. So they are late chaff. And these ones are protecting against air here. I also sold my first tower. I need to save another one. My opponent also went for Fangs on the other side, where he doesn't have Mustangs. And grabbed more crawlers. And more hounds. But things are still going almost all the same as the last round. I even have one surviving hound in here and a few fangs. But I lost one more sledge than last time. Somehow his fangs won the fight here, but destroyed by the cannon. So another small victory for me. Here, out of those, incendiary looked really good. Considering all his units are vulnerable to incendiary bomb. My side is also very vulnerable to it. Only the sledges can resist a little. And I think I will just grab the incendiary bomb. Yeah, incendiary bomb for me. I think they should improve the Farseer cards. No one ever gets a Farseer card. Nor fortified, nor mass-produced, they are all bad. They should give some buffs to the Farseer cards. Love for the Farseers. I really enjoy, I really like the units. And usually every opportunity I get, I play it. And it will be good, like against air. It's the main specialization of the Farseer. You'll see me getting range for my hounds. Yeah, even getting one on the right side, since he only has one fang here and a level 1 tower. Very vulnerable to a hound. Fire in here. And I think I will put one shield, protecting me against fire. My opponent went for fortress, and the funny fact, I am the giant specialist. And I am completely ignoring giants. Want to go hound carry. My opponent, which is not giant specialist, went for giant. And he did grab sprinklers. So my fire was useless. There's that. But he just made other attacks for his hound more expensive. And I won the fight anyway. And now with a debuff, the fortress will fall quite easily. Even without the debuff it would fall. There are a lot of things here in front distracting it, but my other units kill it. Looking here, the most annoying for me would probably be Wasps, although I do have late fangs on both sides. So not that annoying. I don't quite have the DPS to deal with Rhinos, that is a problem, so I can solve this problem. There's also Vulcan, which we both already have shaft clear, although he did just invest on a clear tech on his shaft clear, so he probably will be looking for another shaft clear unit to invest on really doing shaft clear. So he went for the Vulcan, I went for the Scorpion, because I did expect him to put something heavy on this side. And he does, he's Typhoon specialist. He will put the Typhoons here, which would kill a Hound quite easily. But now I have a Scorpion here too. And I need DPS to kill his giants, right? I have chamber compression. And I'm grabbing more Hounds. So instead of the giant specialist going for giants to kill giants, no, I will go for Hounds. My Hounds will do everything. It's that I'm not grabbing the level on the sledges, because although with level they would survive one shot from a fortress, so it could be useful. Can see the side here. Boom, both dead. And if the Hounds were killing one of them. In here now with the chamber compression, and they do a little more damage, even if there are 3 giants for me to kill now. tower debuff, which does help a lot. And all 3 giants killed by Hounds. With my level 2 Hounds here, 42,000 damage, 30,000 damage. The Scorpion was my other DPS. And here we get Nuke. There's also Salt Scorpion, but I don't want to invest in Scorpion. My Hounds will carry me, and my spells. So, a Nuke. And then I already have a shield here, which is going for its 3rd Hound on the board. Few more Chaff units. As you can see that I had very little Chaff in here, only 2 Crawlers and 1 Fang. My opponent's going for a missile to kill my Hound on this side and slow my Scorpion. He also put 1 Crawler in the back to slow the Scorpion, not go instantly for his Typhoons. And I went for a lot of Crawlers on this round. And also a very expensive spell. I had a little money left, so level for 1 of the sledges. My opponent will this time put 1 shield. So at least the Nuke he will respect. And I got a lot of levels on my Hounds too. One of the Hounds deviated. Here comes the Nuke. Killed 2 giants. And now the Hounds just need to kill it. Look at the HP of this fortress. And now look at the HP of the Vulcan. This is the power of chamber compression Hounds. My Scorpion eventually won the right side too. And that's a lot of damage. And my opponent's already at 500 HP while I am at almost 5000. Here I instantly go for smoke, but that was a big mistake considering he has sprinklers. Just when I got the spell, damn it, I will put it here. Look at his units. I shouldn't have gotten the spell. So, quite the big misplay. So I'll just throw the smoke on this side, where it will have some use. Since here it would be useless. So, smoke here. So I just wasted... How much was the smoke? 100? 100 or 150? So, either 200 or 150. And I am going for a 3rd attack on my Hounds with Mechanical Rage. The idea being for me to shaft clear faster, kill his Crawlers and Hounds faster. Do have a lot of Crawlers here, Mustangs, so I can get to his Giants sooner. He's throwing smoke here. I am shielding both sides, but he threw a little forward. And now my units move even faster, so they will get to the smoke, but they will also traverse the smoke faster. Opponent's also going for a missile here, or it's mine. No, it's mine. Smoke. We can see, and they are very vulnerable to the Vulcan. Because although I do have the answer to that, with armor enhancement, I just didn't click it yet. It would be a 4th deck. But you can see Hounds killing giants. Even if things are not going that well this time because it's the smoke, they're moving forward. The Vulcans are farming. You can see both Vulcans did a lot of damage. Tower debuff. They do quite quite a punch against his giants, but one is down. Look at this. I have almost no units left, just the Scorpion with no techs against Fortress with range. Even if it managed to kill one of the Fortress. And now he just needs to kill my list Fangs, so I will finally take some damage. And you would expect an insane person to use the giant specialist and grab a giant to deal with the opponent's giants, but I am not sane. Out of here, I will grab the Wraith, and if you look at my board, you will note something. Where is my anti-air? My full anti-air consists of 2 Fang packs. That's all my anti-air. Now I have a Wraith, but my opponent also doesn't have great anti-air, but he has 2 Mustangs. It's better than 2 Fangs. But we are both completely ignoring the air. You see me throwing fire behind. So his Hounds will move forward, the fire will land here, kill both his Mustangs and 2 packs of Crawler. That was my idea. My opponent went for the Phoenix. I was expecting maybe he would grab Phoenix and put together with his army, that's why I put my Wraith all the way on the right here of the main fight. So it can be useful, but it won't be instantly targeted if you grab the Phoenix and put on the middle of his army. I also went for the 4th tech on my Hounds, so now I have 4 tech rounds. And let's see how they fare. I still have the smoke here, quite annoying, but I did grab Enhanced Range, and I think I will grab High Mobility too. Or not, no, left 15 money. But you can see air is a very big vulnerability of my comp. And if his Phoenixes kill my Wraith, I can't kill the Phoenix. But now with armor, look at his Vulcans. They're having a hard time killing my Hounds and doing no damage to this one. It's the fortresses that are killing it. And won the right, and won the right part of the fight here. My Wraith managed to kill both Phoenixes. And now he can't do anything against my Wraith. While he slowly moves against my other units, which are going for his tower. You can see the Vulcan targeting your Hounds, doing nothing basically. So the armor was very effective. And it's a victory. And I expected you enjoyed this full carry Hound game. And if you did, you could leave your like and subscribe. It really helps me. But not getting any air defense was kind of a big mistake for me. I could also have sheathed 1 Hound earlier with some heavy air units like Overlords, which he would have nothing great to use against them. And I am Giant Specialist, so I wouldn't even have to pay the unlock, but I am the worst Giant Specialist. Because I got no giants and mostly only Hounds and Crawlers. You can see the 2 starting sledges, and then a lot of Hounds and Crawlers. That's my army basically. And 4 tech Hounds. Doing quite a bit of damage. See, my top damage units were on the right side. Level 1 Hound with 36,000 damage. There's level 2 here, 46, and the Wraith did a lot, more than a lot, 120,000 DPS, not DPS, damage. Because there was nothing damaging it, and it's a level 3 Wraith. But if he put his Phoenix here, it would be a completely different Hound, and I would have lost. Even if I won the ground army, I would have lost against his Phoenixes, but not the game. I still had a lot of HP, so it was kind of Not important that I didn't have any air defense, because I could take the damage. But that's it for this game. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one.